Mhm. Thank you. I asked Ann to go down and give me their number. And I want to talk directly to Dave.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys can always say, oh, yeah, No, James writes the checks. I want to talk to Dave.
I'm gonna run down and get my tax levy sheet.
Is he located in Hellman?
Olson.
Oh.
They have an office in Helmut, but he's always been in Polson.
Oh, okay. Well, people like that country up there, you know, flathead and.
It is gorgeous up there.
It is. But boy, I tell you, this last year for that Mako meeting stuff, it's getting to be a mess, so, you know.
I feel bad for the people that live there all their
Yeah,
lives.
That's right,
because
that's right.
The taxes have gone clear up, sky high, outside people that have lived there all those years, have a beautiful home, are having to sell to pay the taxes. And that's not right.
Yeah, that was September, actually, you know, some of those trees, I don't think they've been frosted, but I think they mature, they're kind of reddish color, you know,
Mhm.
they're sure pretty out through there.
Did you go up through Sealy Swan?
Yeah, it went up that way and came back the other.
Thank you.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, what's going
Debbie
on?
has somebody I'm gonna rock the boat.
Okay.
I'm gonna call Dave Martin. And see. Tell me what's going on. I mean, it's craziness.
Yeah.
Did Debbie say how long she'd be, or are we supposed to go ahead, or?
Let's go ahead.
Oh, for Debbie?
Just go ahead, yeah.
She was, there was some people with insurance, I don't know. I didn't talk to them, but they were, Melissa was the one that talked to me, she said it was something to do with insurance.
I think we only have part of the phone here.
Where's the other party? Oh.
No, it fell apart the last time we was in here.
Hi, Lacey. This is Elaine Gravely in Townsend. I'm a county commissioner down here, and I had the other commissioners with. Is Dave available to the phone, please? Yes. Who's next in command? What we were trying to do, finish up the budget today, and all of a sudden, the numbers have changed drastically with nobody changing them. And we're a little frustrated, to say the least.
Which ones are just laughing?
I don't know that. I'm looking at the tax levy requirement report, is what I'm looking at.
It's supposed to be like at 13 and 24.
Sorry for being vague, but
She did a new cash report and
Okay.
just, the numbers have to be matched on,
all right, and I'm gonna put you on speakerphone, okay?
in almost every fund.
Are you there?
From last month,
Okay.
this month, or from this
From
month
like
to this
a
month?
week and a half ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you still
We
there?
just-
Yeah, can you hear me, Elaine?
Yes, go for it now.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on hold and then I'll be back with you here in just a second.
All right.
Okay.
So this end one is the amount of mills they're getting?
No, that's the percent reserves. Can't top 33%. Huh?
Oh, okay. That's
About
a percentage that they're
22%
over their
general
budget,
fund.
they're over a hundred.
We're under. Yeah. Weed and road are the only two that were over, once you take those out. Whatever you see like this.
Hmm.
Prior to, we had,
And this is all in the same month.
exactly,
Mhm.
the previous report, we had, almost every fund,
So she's
not
running,
general,
she's just, oh,
weed, fair, airport, district court, insurance, mosquito.
and those are as of June 30th?
Yeah, those
On
were
all the
all,
reports?
some of those are about 40% reserves. Which, when you look at the formula going across the line, some of that's gonna be in the cash balance column.
Yeah, but if they run the report to June 30th, whether you run it this week or last week or the next week, it shouldn't be the same.
That's exactly right.
That's already set.
Exactly. And how did that change? Why did it change? I have no idea.
Because
It shouldn't have. The cash should be the
conversion's
same.
never been completely done right.
Because what?
The conversion's never been totally done right. That's what I told them when I went down to Williams, I had to talk with him. And
Elaine?
Yes,
Hi, this is Jody from Black Mountain.
how are you, my dear?
Pretty good, how are you doing?
Well, I've been better. We were hoping to settle up on the tax levy requirements today on our budget, only to find out that numbers have changed drastically without anybody doing anything.
Okay, and can you tell me specifically what numbers have changed? And like what report are you running that the numbers have changed?
Tax levy requirement report?
Okay. And that's in budget prep?
I think maybe our biggest question now is this issue of Doug's. How do we get somebody in here to fix this? Find
Yeah.
those funds, find those
I
reports,
don't
'cause
be, I don't
Well,
know.
and we're short some reports. Doug, who is our clerk and recorder treasurer, does a fantastic job. But since we went to Black Mountain, things have changed something fierce.
Okay,
And it looks to me like perhaps somebody from there, or from the Helm office, I don't care which, needs to come and look through this and see what's going on.
okay, can you be a little more specific with me about what, are you talking about the tax levy requirement report? I think that is what's messed up now?
Yeah, it is, big time.
Okay, it's difficult for me to, speak without actually looking at the numbers, but do you have a copy of a report that you think still has the right numbers?
now I'm questioning if I do,
Okay?
to be honest.
Um,
Let me tell you that the detention center had lots of ending cash. We were able to take 200,000 and put it in the sheriff's to help that out. Now, the detention center is showing like 8, let me look at my report here. Yeah, showing 5,000, oops, wrong one, I'm sorry. 7.25 mils. No, that isn't what it was last week when we were doing this.
it was a different, it had a different mill value on it,
Not the mill levy, but the total mills.
the total mills. Do you have like a copy of that report that you were looking at last week?
Yeah?
Could you email that or scan it and fax it over to me so that I can look at what your numbers look like right now and what your numbers look like before? And then I can probably go back and look and see if I can figure out what transactions might have been posted to affect that difference.
Okay, mine has a lot of chicken scratch.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Okay,
And I can give you a fax number, or if you want to scan and email it to me, I can give you my email.
okay. Doug just said he could email it to you.
Okay, so if I could get a copy of the one that you're looking at, the first one that you were working on, and then what your numbers look like right now, and then I'll go and get a backup of your data, if that's okay with you guys, so that I'll have a picture of where you are right now.
No.
And then I should be able to, on this side, I will be working on your data, just on my machine, try and go back and figure out what was posted that might have changed those numbers.
Is this the same? Okay, we'll fax it to you.
Okay, do you have my number, or do you need it?
No, we'll email it to you, Jody.
Okay, thanks, Doug. And while you guys are doing that, as long as it's okay with you, I'll reach out and get a new backup of accounting and budget prep
Okay,
so that I'm right in sync with where you guys are right now. Okay?
that'll be great.
Okay, I'll
Thank
let you know when I get it, and then I'll let you know when I have an answer for you. Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Jody. She's the one in their office that has a bookkeeping background, so she's actually the best one to work with if you can get a hold of her. How many pages does this report have?
3,
Three?
it's a little report.
Okay,
We really just deal with the first page, the rest are set. But this is where the Florida mills are, is page 1.
okay.
Um,
Cause I could email these to her right now and you might have an answer within.
I think our biggest
Okay.
question is the cash report. I don't even know that we need the tax levy requirements as much as,
The cash report.
right, what date do we go with? What report do we
Yeah.
go with?
Yeah,
And if it goes back to the problems you've been having with balancing, that's the crux of our problem right there. Going down the cash balance line, we've got several differences here, and they're hundreds of thousands of dollars.
mm,
And they're with the most important, biggest funds, of course.
yeah. And
General
it's funny
fund,
that how things work, and I wish I understood more of it, because like, interest allocation, for instance, there'll be months where we might have $278 worth of interest, which is nothing.
Mhm.
You know, $278 in the scope of what we deal with is chicken feed. And you do an interest allocation for $278 and it might change accounts by thousands. I don't know how that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
and
know
that's what's
why
happening
it
here.
works that way, but
well, and just these cash reports, nothing else. Just for the 3 biggest funds, detention center, public safety, general fund, we're looking at over $500,000.
and you don't know which report to trust.
Exactly.
Mhm.
No?
Yeah,
That's today's report. Okay.
this is today's,
Mm-hmm.
and this is last week's.
Mm-hmm.
520 grand rounded.
Oh, cause it tells you down here, you can go by the date.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I don't think you need the other sheet. I think just the front sheet is all you need,
Okay.
don't you?
I do, but again, I think our question is cash.
Yeah.
All right.
Where the
You might
heck-
put a note to Jody that we're concerned about, ask her to run a cash report, see what it shows.
For these funds. Yeah, yeah, because that's where I was going with those 3 funds that you
Mm-hmm.
needed today, on there. And I'm to the point where that FP6B report, I think that's probably so far off that it'll have to be completely redone. But you would think if it's hitting cash for those reports, that either the beginning balance or the ending balance, one of those should match the beginning or ending balance on their cash report.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't, neither one of them matches.
That's what's happening on here. It doesn't match.
That's the one thing, and I wish I would've known this before we even switched. When they go in to Black Mountain, and that's, I was gonna come and talk to Laura about it, cause you and I were gonna call Dave and talk to him last week, and fires and stuff happened, but, when in Tyler, when you did a journal entry, if you made a mistake and had to redo it, and you voided that journal, there was still a copy of it on their system. You could go back in and see your void. In Black Mountain, when you void a journal, it's gone. You can't see that journal at all. I started going through my October, November, and December bank statements last week. And their journals, because that was when we renewed a conversion, their journals were numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutively. And so I was matching number 1 with the number on the bank statement with the 1 on the bank statement and writing everything down so I could see exactly what I was missing. You make it to journal number 7 and you have $18,000 in the bank account which should correspond with journal number 7, and journal number 7's gone. It's totally gone.
Well, this is so frustrating for everybody because, I mean, we were hoping to finalize the budget today
Yeah,
and we can't. It's causing problems in your office, it's causing Debbie problems.
yeah, I think they either need to fix it or refund our money and we'll go back to
Mm-hmm.
competition.
And that would be scary because you would have, what of their figures would be right?
Right. We'd almost have to go back and recalculate everything from September,
Mm,
I think.
a year. You finding more stuff?
Oh, I'm just
Are
marking
you
up
looking
all
at the
the,
same ones I've got here?
what's
The
her
first
date?
page.
Yeah, I think so, final, or is that a draft?
This says draft. Oh,
Mine is a final, 8/31/2015.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm comparing it to the first draft that we did all our work off of.
So does your final matches the new draft that she had, all she changed was the word draft to final? Am I right or no?
I think so. I need to move my finger to this one.
That's today's.
And this is what she handed us this morning that had a draft on it.
No, it looks like mine.
That looks like the one that says final. Cause I thought that's all she was changing.
Okay, no,
was-
mine is a little bit different, because your detention center shows 973,000. They've requested 720 some. So that was one of the issues that I had. My final has that corrected, down a ways, but not up, down all the way. Looks like the general fund and public safety are the same. So yeah, mine has a few changes beyond yours.
Debbie said everything she did to it, nothing worked.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna have to do is,
So now you're matching this one with your final? Is that what you're doing?
yeah. No, I'm matching the first one that we got,
Today?
no,
Eight
the
seventeen?
17th, yeah, with today's 8/31, the final, not the draft.
Do you want me to email her the final or the draft?
Um,
Or the-
Yeah, both of them. I don't think it matters, because again, our problem here is the calculations, but they're based off of the cash. The cash is our problem, our cash report is the problem. I don't think these are just worksheets of calculations, that's all they are. This is really not anything more than a worksheet. The cash report is the gold that goes into the worksheet. That's what our problem is.
But the numbers that come off of here are the numbers, these are numbers Debbie's putting in, the numbers that come off the Black Mountain system,
Right.
Half and half.
half and half.
Mhm. But it's the cash, threw everything off. Yeah, send her that and then we can talk about the cash report. How's that? Maybe if she sees that, she'll understand how important the cash report is. Because it has the formula in it. And then she can see, well, none of this fits without the cash report.
Okay, you don't want the final one sent to her?
You can take it if you want it
I'll just go,
and just bring it back and I'll play with my orange again.
I'll scan them in and send her an email real quick and just bring them right back up to you.
Thanks, Doug.
Yep.
So do we adjourn and keep going? What do we do?
Boy, this is feeling like that, even though you are screwing with the valuations. I think maybe, Dad, Doug will be, what, 10 minutes? We could recess for 10 minutes, unless there's anything more.
She doesn't have an answer, I don't know why.
Well, we could recess till tomorrow. Do you have appointments tomorrow? We have at 10 o'clock with Ed, we could reconvene and make an appointment with Jody to talk to her tomorrow at 8.
Mhm.
Maybe we should call Jody back and set up a time with her. Elaine, while you're waiting for Jody, I'm wondering if we can't make an appointment and talk to Dave and Jody tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. I think we need both here, and I think they need to hear what the problem is causing.
Hi, this is isn't Dave Morton, is it? Okay, I was gonna say, that doesn't sound like the right voice. Is Jody available, please? Elaine Gravely with Broadwater County. I hit the jackpot for me. Hi, is there a chance, Doug went downstairs to fax that stuff to your email, I'm not sure which, that we could talk to you and Dave Morton tomorrow morning? Well, you tell me. Sure. Call me back, but I'm trying to find what says the number on this phone.
Do you wanna give her my cell?
Okay, 406 980 2050. Okay, and you're gonna find the big changes, I think, in the cash report, to be honest. Okay. Yep, yep. Sounds good. Thank you. Bye. Dave Morton's not in the office, he's at home doing something, but she's gonna check with him and get back to us.
Okay.
Dave Morton ought to realize how important this is. And he probably does, but thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yikes.
Yeah, I don't know, I don't know what to say.
I think we're in a holding pattern until we get everything balanced, going back to whenever. I don't think we can do anything till we have a cash report we can rely on. Other than that, we're spinning on wheels, and there's been a heck of a lot of time spent spinning on wheels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I think their only option is to send somebody down there and get this fixed.
And I think our call needs to be send somebody down here and get this fixed now.
Mm-hmm.
This has been since October. That's just not okay. I don't think we realized how bad this situation was until
Well, I know I didn't.
realizing, until
Oh.
realizing we don't have the ability to look at next year's budget, because we haven't, it doesn't sound like closed out last year's. It has to get done.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
And a lot of that's my fault. I should be giving you guys a report each month.
But if it isn't balanced,
Yeah, but at least you would know that.
and-
Whether balances or not, I should be giving you a copy of my report. All three of you should get a copy of it. something I'm gonna
practice to
change, I'll
start.
start giving you one. Each month I'll just put them in the commissioner's mailbox. But we thought we had October, we got it to where we were $31, I think, off from our, the old price, Tyler. And so I was working with Pat, and so she moved on to November. Well, we were $31 off from the ending cash balance, Black Mountain to Tyler. But when you look at their cash report, you have beginning balance, transfers in, disbursements, receipts, transfers out, and ending balance. And the ending balances were $31 off, and that's all fine and good. And the disbursements were $200,000 off. Well, how can one column
That can't be.
be matched when all the others are off? And if you take the columns that are debit and the columns that are credit and match them up, you should be $31 off, and it's not. So there's stuff that's just not, I don't think conversion ever was done right. And it's like today when I go in to do that FP6B report, I started doing it last week, and it just wasn't making sense to me. And so I called and got ahold of Dave, and he showed me how to do it. I came in first thing this morning, started working on it, and nothing. I mean, we were, all of my 78, 20, 30, and 40 were all a negative amount. And I knew that was right. I got looking at all the funds on the bottom were negative. And I called Dave, I said, no, this isn't right, because I ran a cash report. There's money in all of those accounts.
So why would it show a
And
negative?
well, I think the reason it's showing a negative, and I think that FP6B is a totally different animal than anything else. They just didn't, because they have to program that report to run with their program, which you would think that would be a piece of cake for them. I think they're both, but they left out the cash receipting column going to that FP6B report. So that to me would mean that probably just the cash report is correct, and the FP6B one isn't. But I'm not really sure about their. I mean, we had a one of my biggest beefs with Black Mountain is when we get our claims and payroll from the school, when we get our warrants from the school. It used to be with Tyler that somebody in my office, usually Bev, would go in and she would enter each claim or payroll check, whether it was from the school, from the county, from the fire department, from the hospital, from Tossin Irrigation District. There's several of them that go in there. And she would hand enter them in, and if there was $200,000 worth of checks, when I got my bank statement, I had $200,000 on my bank statement, and I had that amount on my warrants that I could run in Tyler, and they both matched, and I could just go through and say, okay, these match, these match, these match. It would take me 10 minutes. Now with Black Mountain, the school sends me a report, and I copy and paste it into Black Mountain for claims and payroll. The state bank sends a report, and we copy and paste that into Black Mountain. So we've got school payroll and school claims that are copy and pasted. We've got county payroll and county claims that are copy and pasted. So and they go to different places in Black Mountain. So there's 4 places I have to look for one day's work. Plus, we've got county payroll and county claims and fire and Tustin irrigation and hospital that are hand input into Black Mountain. So now I've got 6 places I have to go to find one amount on my bank statement.
And you shouldn't have to do that.
All of that, I'm telling you, at the end of the month, end of the month to me is my blood pressure must just boil because it just drives me crazy. I've kind of
And rightfully so.
Yeah, I've kind of figured out where to go, but since we went to Black Mountain, I've gone from using the bank statement and Tyler reports to using the bank statement, a folder that Bev gives me for school payroll and claims, 2 different things. Folder she gives me for county payroll and claims, plus the book that Bev uses for each daily entry, plus the Black Mountain system. And I've complained to them about that a couple of times. And
What do they say?
that's just the way that their system works. If everybody, theoretically, if everybody had the new checks, the new payroll and claim checks, then it could all be done automatically. You know, we would just copy and paste and then I could check the amounts, but I'd still be going to 3 or 4 places, but they'd all be electronic. I don't know. And I think if we knew their numbers were right to begin with, I could work with that. I mean, it wouldn't be as
But you can't trust them.
wouldn't be as easy, but I have to know the numbers are right. And when I go, it used to be in Tyler, if you went to their cash report, just plain cash report, you might go to cash report and it might have 6 different reports. If you just run cash report, you're gonna get a summary of how much cash you got for these funds. If you went to cash report detail, you would get a 19-page report instead of a 2-page report, but the ending cash would match on their cash report. Black Mountains doesn't match.
And that's not right. There's
And-
something
and
wrong.
up until July, up until June, I was running the cash detail report to balance with. And all of a sudden in June, it's, no, you just run the cash report. I don't know what changed between then and,
Which could be fine as long as the ending numbers were the same, which they should be.
Mhm.
right?
No,
Right.
these are some things I think,
Hey, you have to be able to trust their system.
right, I think we need them to not only call us back and get together with us first thing in the morning, but I also think they need to come down here and talk with all of us.
Okay.
This has gotten to a point of ridiculousness.
Well, and that's what I told Dave when I talked to him in Billings. He said, what do you think needs to be done? I said, Dave, I think you need to send somebody down and get this straightened out.
I'd like to see Dave himself come.
I don't know that, I'd rather see Jody come.
Would you?
I
Jody's
think we
pretty
need
sharp.
Dave on the phone over here, how upset we are, but yeah, maybe he's not.
Dave is more of a marketing salesman type. And he doesn't, I don't think he understands their system. I don't think he works with it much. I think he knows how to show it off, but he doesn't really understand the whole crux of it. I could be way off base, but I don't think so. I think I think she's the best one. 700 journals. And of course, no, this is, that, I'm not making those numbers up, it was number 7. And it correlated to $18,456.17 or something, I forget the change, okay? And that was a claim that had come over from the bank, and Bev had typed those numbers in. And I'm not sure exactly what happened. I had to, there were 2 claim checks, or payroll checks, I don't know which, that they had to go in and fix. Bev and Heather or somebody went in to fix them. Bev and Dave is who it was. Dave did it, Devin. And when they went in and fixed those 2 checks, which were nowhere close to $18,000, it erased all $18,000 of that day's stuff that she put in, and it threw Debbie's payroll off by, I think it was $60,000.
It's not,
The numbers, if it's gonna throw it off 18, why isn't it 18 across the board?
mhm.
Why, so with whatever Dave did that day, hit 3 different areas in their system, but it hit them all at a different amount. And I think that's when we really started thinking we got trouble. Because up until then, we were just trying to find conversion mistakes. That wasn't a conversion mistake, that was daily work. That was daily work that was done I think it was done in August. I'm trying to think of the date. It's either August or July, this fiscal year. And it changed Debbie's stuff in last fiscal year.
Shouldn't be able to do that.
We had one day, it was just before I went to convention in Billings. And we had a bunch of tax refunds because of solid waste and TP district. So the TP district's either gonna be $5.50 or $11, and then solid waste is $128 or 68, whatever half of that was. Anyway, the way that we had it corrected on Black Mountain, something went wrong, and Bev had, I can't remember, I think it was Dave again, it was, Dave had been helping her. And because of it gets pretty complex because you've got maybe 16 different taxpayers, and some of them paid their first half in November and their second half in June, and some paid both halves in June, and some paid one half now, and they hadn't paid the other half yet. So and they paid them all on different days. So you had to, in order to, in Tyler, what we would have done is, I would have went in and reversed the payment on the day that it was made, and reversed the tax bill, corrected the tax bill, reapplied the payment on the same day it was made, did an A-101 on that same day, and all my amounts would have matched for that day. And then I would have written them a check for what I owed them. But with however they did it in Black Mountain, it through our cash report it was on a Friday that they did it. It threw our cash report off by $1,100. And I was, one day I was at a convention and I got a call from Bev who was balancing, and she said, our cash report's off by such and such amount. And I said, well, or no, this was Friday. It was before I left that we found this. We just didn't get it corrected with Black Mountain. And we counted all of our receipts, because we make the copy for the county. We counted all of the checks, all of our cash, matched all of the checks, we balanced the penny. It's just our report was off. And so Black Mountain had to fix that report because all those receipts were all jumbled in from all different days. And so it was too late during that day to get it fixed, so they were gonna fix it on Monday, and I got a call Monday from Bev, and she said, well, Dave said this is what our report should be, and I said, no. Our report should be what our cash was for that day. You tell Dave that our report has to match that cash, because that's what we took in, and anything other than that is wrong.
And so what did Dave say then?
And so they got it corrected to where it took him some doing, but he got it fixed to where the report matched the cash that we brought in. But the way we balance, I mean, our money gets counted 3 times before it goes to the bank. And we have receipts for everything. And I mean, if it was a mistake on our part, we'd find it. And that's why I don't do the balancing. I usually, someone balances, someone double checks them, someone counts the drawer, someone recounts it, a different person in the morning. So there's checks and balances all the way through. So if anybody's gonna try and abscond money, I'm 99.9% sure they're gonna get caught.
Yeah, our reports have to balance the cash, because if our cash doesn't balance out, we figure out why.
Yeah.
We need to get our agenda done. I think we know we've got some serious problems we need to talk about Mountain. We're waiting on Jody. Can we just call her back and give her a time? Or do you guys wanna just continue to wait?
She was gonna get hold of Dave
Okay,
and cause.
all right, I'm gonna take this down to Tammy so she can get
Are you
started.
gonna be up here?
Hmm?
You gonna be up here for a while?
Yeah, we could.
What's the number up here?
We don't know. We gave her my cell phone. She hasn't called back yet.
I was just gonna say, if she emails me, I can call her, but if she emails me, I'll just run up and let you know. Because a lot of times they'll email me instead of call them. I wouldn't think that she would call in this case, but
Right. I just want to get this to Tammy so she can get that done. I also, this is off the topic, but this will kind of be something for you guys. The county attorney's budget is not showing a $44,000 savings. It's showing a $57,000 increase over last year. If you take out the secretary, but include the $3 per hour for both the staff members, you come up with $28,000 over last year. So if there isn't a $44,000, that might be something we need to work with Corey on, because it
Well, and I
sounds.
think we need to get this other problem, because it could be
No,
affecting
it's,
that.
no, this is in putting in the numbers, this is human, this part was done by humans, it's not showing in the cash.
Okay,
So I think it probably was in the proposal, but it wasn't done in the follow-through, and that may be something that we have to make sure is in the follow-through. So, we'll have to evaluate his letter and the budget, because I think it was a premature vote, that's fine, it was 2-1, I lost, that's fine, but there is a $28,000 increase over last year that needs to be addressed. So I'm gonna take this to Tammy, and if my phone rings, feel free to answer it.
you want me to write that down?
Oh, sure, thanks.
Tammy Rosser?
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's something we can do while we wait on Jody to talk to Dave and call us back. But if we're counting on that savings to balance, we need to find the savings and realize it in the budget.
Mhm.
We'll be back.
Thanks, Aaron.
What are you finding?
I'm finding that the overage is closer to 31,000 over last year. I think it's a typo, 44,6. I think he means 4,400. state is closer to 21. And then you add in an adjustment.
Oh, lunch,
Yeah.
thank you.
Have you got some grain in this year?
Mm-hmm. Wheat and barley.
Oh,
The wind yesterday,
oh, that's right, you said it laid that, it was the barley.
like barley over. And Jared's got wheat.
Down below there.
Mhm. We have a field of wheat at the school section. We have a field of wheat at the Kirscher place. And down below the house, we have a field of wheat. Right in front of the house, we have barley.
Is Bob cut it all, or you have some custom come in?
We do it. The other day, you see those trucks around town, Crapo? It says on the side.
No, I didn't. Got grain trucks?
Yeah. Semis. He had put in grain at Dale Dones. They had 4 combines in there the other day. Didn't take them long to knock it down.
That's it. Leonard, he moves into those fields, he's got 3, you know. No, I don't know what the headers are on there. The 20, we're probably 30-foot headers, I suppose.
Probably.
Oh, somebody must have been coming out of Warren Flynn's there yesterday. And I don't know, if it was a semi or something, as you come over the railroad track, it caused the hot to open or something. Man, they had grain down the highway for 20 days.
Let me think who that was a minute. Bob and Jared were talking about it. Andy Bruce's guys.
Got the fire truck to wash off.
Sounds good.
You just called her, and wait.
Yeah.
Wish I could look at it and say, oh, here's where it is.
We were talking about showers, I guess, on
Yeah.
Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, really? I haven't heard that. Who's the new barber that opened up in town?
I don't remember his name off the top of my head. He's been in barbering for many, many years. He used to be here in Townsend years ago. He's been in Helena for like 20 years.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What you fixing for supper?
I don't know. How about you? Any thoughts yet?
No, darn it. I hope it's something easy.
Yeah.
How did the Rotary birthday party go?
Birthday party. Oh, great, great. We had, I don't know how many people, we had, Rotary didn't have enough tables, so we had to borrow from the Masons and from one of the churches, tables and chairs both. We probably had, I don't know, 120 people.
Well, was it open to the public?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bob said, he was reading people, we should have gone to the Rotary birthday party at supper. And I said, I don't think it was open to the public, I think it was their birthday party.
No, it was open. We were selling tickets. John Rouser roasted a pig, which was delicious, and then Margarita was doing the side dishes, and Missy did the cake, which was wonderful. Yeah, it was fun.
get his numbers from?
I don't think he fully understands the budget at this point. He included the payments from the city, which have already been going into his budget for years. So that was included in the $44,000 of savings. The other one was, there was, extra money instead of a CIP, Debbie put it into a line item, because we couldn't do a CIP for the county attorney's office.
Why?
Because he's not a standalone department. He doesn't have a reason for a CIP. It's not like he needs to purchase vehicles, you know, or grading equipment. So, and he's in the general fund, so there's, you know, there's different abilities. So that money, was counted as a savings when it was actually switched to another fund.
How's it going?
Good, you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
As long as the general fund ends up being strong and we get the solid numbers, there shouldn't be an issue. That'll be something to address if the general fund has some bumps in it.
Mm-hmm. You know, I don't trust any of the numbers right now. I don't know if I'm right or if I'm wrong, but I just don't trust them.
Well, our problem is we have to get the budget done. That's not gonna take us through what needs to get done. That's the problem. And that's, again, should we be making solid decisions without trusting the numbers at this point?
It must be way to pull their hair out.
She's not the only one, she's in good company.
You're not bald yet.
No, there's an awful lot of people, yeah, I know it.
Yeah, very frustrating.
Yeah, I think drawing us into it on a monthly basis is a good idea. We've been hearing things, and we've been hearing from Black Mountain, this isn't our problem, and, I don't think we really had a full understanding of
How serious it was.
well, yeah, how serious, but also how the blame game has been running rampant on this. It doesn't matter who's to blame at some point. The issue today is, it's gotta get done.
Exactly.
And it does make me wonder how much spinning our wheels has been done, because we've been relying on reports that now we find out haven't been reliable. So what does that mean?
For the whole year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm thinking this is getting a little bit ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys wanna do? I've got work to do downstairs.
Go ahead, go for it.
Oh, I'm not gonna go downstairs if we're still in session. I'll wait.
What is Doug's number?
Doug's number, 9215, I think. I mean, it's fine, I can't remember. Never have to call him.
Yeah, you just shout.
Yeah.
Busy.
Thought today was gonna go so smoothly. We had everything ironed out last, what was it, Thursday? Or thought we did.
Okay, yeah. I really need to get downstairs, I got stuff I gotta close out.
Yeah,
So,
Let's adjourn.
okay.
I'm gonna adjourn, you're gonna recess until tomorrow, what you're gonna do.
Well, maybe we should recess till tomorrow if we ever get back.
Yeah, put it down that way.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, Ann.
Sorry.
You're welcome, that's okay.
What is Jody's number? I'm just gonna give her a call.